Today I'm going to share this super cute fried egg keychain. It's really simple to make, so even if you're just starting crochet, you can still easily follow along and finish this project. And here are the materials I prepared for today. First, I'm using white yarn for the egg white part. This yarn has a softer, slightly fluffy texture, so when you touch it, it feels soft and cozy, just like real egg white. For the yellow yarn, I choose one that's a bit firmer, so the yolk stands out better. The crochet hook I'm using today is a Tulip hook, size 2.5 millimeters. You can check it out through the product link I left below in the description box. Honestly, this is one of the crochet hooks I enjoy using the most. Besides that, I'll also use scissors, a yarn needle, and stitch markers. Alright, let's start crocheting. First, I'll start with the egg yolk, and for this part, I'm using yellow yarn. Begin by making a magic ring. After creating the magic ring, I'll crochet 6 single crochet stitches into the ring. And don't forget to use a stitch marker to mark the very first stitch, so it's easier to follow later. Once all 6 stitches are finished, pull the yarn tail tight to close the center hole neatly. Then remove the stitch marker and make 1 slip stitch into the first stitch, and just like that, round 1 is complete. Now moving on to round 2. First, chain 1. In this entire round, I'll crochet only increased stitches, which means in every stitch, I'll make 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Keep repeating that all the way around. After finishing round 2, the total stitch count will be 12 single crochet stitches. Tiny egg yolk activated. To finish this round, I'll still make 1 slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch, just like before. Now moving on to round 3. In this round, I'll continue increasing gradually to make the egg yolk larger and rounder. First, chain 1, then into the same stitch where I made the chain, I'll crochet 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, I'll make an increase, which means 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Then I'll repeat this pattern all the way around. 1 single crochet, 1 increase. Repeat that pattern 6 times total. And after finishing this round, the total stitch count will be 18 single crochet stitches. Now the egg yolk is looking extra plump. And super cute already. For round 4, I'll crochet the entire round using only single crochets. That means in every stitch, I'll crochet 1 single crochet. After finishing round 4, the total stitch count will still be 18 stitches. Then to finish the round, I'll make 1 slip stitch into the first stitch, just like before. After that, I'll cut the yarn and use a yarn needle to hide all the extra yarn tails neatly. And just like that, the egg yolk section is finished. Now moving on to the egg white part. From round 1 to round 3, I'll crochet it exactly the same way as the egg yolk. Doing this will help create a 3D effect later, when we attach the yolk onto the egg white. The yolk will pop up nicely instead of looking flat. After finishing the first 3 rounds of the egg white, I'll take the yolk piece that we made earlier and attached it onto the egg white. Now for round 4 of the egg white, I'll insert the hook through 1 stitch of the yolk piece first, then insert again through 1 stitch of the egg white piece. Pull the yarn through both layers together, then crochet 1 single crochet. Again, insert through 1 stitch of the yolk, then 1 stitch of the egg white. Pull through both layers and make 1 single crochet. Keep repeating this same method. All the way around the round. After finishing round 4 of the egg white, the total stitch count will still be 18 stitches. And now the yolk and egg white are officially attached together. The 3D effect appears instantly and the yolk really pops up just like a real fried egg. Super cute already. Now moving on to round 5. In this round, I'll continue increasing to make the egg white part wider and softer looking. First, chain 1. Then into the same stitch where I made the chain, I'll crochet 1 single crochet. Here, I want to show you a stitch spreading technique that helps the circle stay smooth and round. instead of turning into a hexagon shape. Normally, the pattern would be 2 single crochets, then 1 increase, but instead of placing all the increases in straight lines, I'll spread them out to make the circle look cleaner and rounder. So the pattern becomes 1 single crochet, 1 increase. 1 single crochet, repeat this pattern 6 times total. I'll say it again so it's easier to follow. 1 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 single crochet. Repeat all the way around using this method. Prevents the circle from forming 6 visible corners where the increases happened. The final shape looks much smoother and more natural. After finishing round 5, I'll chain 1 and move on to round 6. In round 6, I'll continue increasing gradually using the pattern 3 single crochets, 1 increase. That means for the first 3 stitches, I'll crochet 1 single crochet into each stitch. Then in the 4th stitch, I'll make 1 increase. And I'll repeat this pattern 6 times total. Now the egg white starts getting that perfect wobbly fried egg shape. And after finishing this round, the total stitch count will be 30 stitches. Now we're moving on to round 7. And honestly, this is one of the most fun parts to crochet. In this round, I'll introduce another stitch, which is the double crochet stitch. To create those wavy, crispy edges of the fried egg, first I'll chain 2, then into the same stitch where I made the chains, I'll crochet a double crochet increase, which means 2 double crochets into the same stitch. I now have 3 loops on the hook. Pull through 2 loops first, then pull through the last 2 loops. Wrap the yarn around again. Insert the hook, pull through once, then pull through 2 and pull through 2 again. And just like that, the first double crochet increase is complete. I'll repeat the same thing 2 more times in the next 2 stitches. So each stitch gets 1 double crochet increase. Then for the next 3 stitches, I'll crochet 1 single crochet into each stitch. And after that, I'll repeat the entire pattern 1 more time, which means I'll crochet 3 double crochet increases, then 3 single crochet into the next stitches. So the pattern becomes 3 fluffy raised stitches followed by 3 flat single crochets. That contrast is what creates the soft wavy edges of the fried egg. For the third egg section, I don't want the fried egg shape to look too perfect. or too symmetrical. So here I'm changing the pattern a little bit. Instead of crocheting 3 double crochet increases, I'll make 4 double crochet increases instead. Then I'll crochet 4 single crochets into the next 8 stitches. Doing this creates the exact effect I want. Some parts look bigger, some look smaller, which makes the fried egg feel much more realistic because real fried eggs are never perfectly round anyway. You can also get creative here and shape your egg however you like. You can add fewer or more double crochet increases depending on the style you want to create. For mine, I'll crochet 4 double crochet increases, then 4 single crochets across the next 8 stitches. For the final pattern section, I'll use this stitch formula, 2 double crochet increases, then 3 single crochet, and repeat that 2 times. That means I'll crochet 2 double crochet increases into the next 2 stitches. Then continue with 3 single crochets across the next 3 stitches. And I'll repeat the same pattern again using the last 5 remaining stitches. After finishing the very last single crochet, I'll pull the yarn longer and cut the yarn. Then I'll use a yarn needle to weave in all the extra yarn tails or hide them neatly on the backside. Of the project, and just like that, in less than 20 minutes you've created your very own tiny fried egg. You can turn it into a keychain, or if you love unique fashion details, you can also use it as a charm for your jacket, your pants, your hat, or pretty much any accessories. I also shared a few fun ideas like adding a lettuce leaf or a tiny bread piece to make everything look even more lively. And I'll see you in the next videos.